Hello, Leo, and welcome to your reading for Pluto transits Aquarius. This is a transit that's going to be happening for a very long time. It started this transit in 2024, November, I believe, of 2024. It is a transit that's going to continue to play out for the course of the next 20 years. So 2044, I believe, is when we're going to see Pluto finally leave the sign of Aquarius and move into the sign of Pluto. Into the sign of Pluto, no, into the sign of Pisces. I was seeing that P in my third eye, so I was like, okay, here we go. So let's see, Leo, what this looks like for you. Right now, the Pluto is at like 2 degrees, I believe a little less than 2 degrees of Aquarius. So you can look in your natal chart at where this transformation is taking place for you, or house that represents. We're going to take a look at what energies want to show up. I am going to bring this reading back like every 3 months just as an update. It is going to be a slow moving transit, so we will come back and check in every few months on where it is now. But for right now, this is what is showing up for you. Let's see what we have for Leo for this transit of Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. Let's see what energies want to show up. All right, for Leo. Here we go. First card. Wow. All right, I'm going to pull this card. Wow, because it popped up, but it almost wanted to pop back in, like to be hidden. That was so interesting. Here's another card that came with it. Don't give up. Boundless potential. Don't give up. Whoo. So for Leos, I'm talking about your sun sign. You could be a rising, which means, that Aquarius could be part of your seventh house, which talks about long term contracts, things like that. But I'm feeling, any way that I'm looking at this is I feel like this is a glow up. I don't know why I feel this with the boundless potential, the don't give up. I feel like you are at a threshold where there is this portal that you are going through. This transformation for you is going to bring, I not only do I feel unlimited potential to you, or for your future. Look, pursue your dreams. Look at this. Isn't it interesting to see this? Because I feel for many of you Leos right now, maybe you're feeling a little beat down, maybe, and I think I've picked up on this in prior readings, but I felt like there was this huge shift and change. I feel like you are at that threshold of wrapping your arms around a whole new world, a whole new vision, a whole new something for your long term, like desire for your long term. Look at this. Here's another portal underneath. Positive attitude. So if you're kind of feeling like you're being beat down by life, or really challenged, like down in the dumps, don't give up. You are at that threshold right now to boundless potential. This is beautiful energy. I don't know why, but I'm doing this reading. It should be up tonight, but we are getting ready to enter that 1111 portal. It's coming up here very soon. By the time you see this, it'll probably be on the 10th. So like the 11th 1111 portal is right here. So this could be where you are moving into, where you embracing, where you're like, I'm feeling going, stepping into, whatever, which way you want to call it, this portal. And I feel like this portal is very bright, very beautiful, very abundant. And abundant can be in love, money, stability, whatever that is for you. One thing at a time. So I'm feeling like the universe is telling you to be patient right now, one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed, because we did see that energy of, don't give up. We see it showing up here. Look, peace of mind, right? This is about staying, I feel, tried and true. Also feeling like that's what I'm feeling, like not overwhelmed, taking one things at a time and not disrupting the flow of the peace, of your serenity, of something like that. Like I'm feeling patience, and I know I'm a Leo myself, and I know I've always said it. I don't live in a denial. I live in reality where patience has not always been my strong suit. Some days patience isn't a suit of mine at all, right? So I understand, but I do feel like this is one of the things maybe many Leos have been learning or evolving and growing and developing the skill set of patience. That sort of energy is how I'm feeling. I feel like this is talking about taking one step at a time, not feeling overwhelmed or the need to, I just feel something to do with overwhelm, being patient. Also, I'm feeling harmonized life as things rebalance, as things synchronize for you. Focus your vision, beautiful energy, and you see that person looking right into this portal. I feel there's a portal that's happening, and it is aligning you with these hopes, wishes, dreams. I do feel like you've had to have patience for it. I do feel the sense of, I do feel somewhere along the way there is this need to say, and this could be, happening for you now. This could be a thing you need to remember throughout the next however long this part of the like this is a reading I'm going to do every few months. So I'm feeling along the journey, this is something you may want to look back on, like being patient. If you're feeling overwhelmed, tackle one thing at a time. Like this is about aligning and harmonizing the flow of life, the vision you have for the future, and look what showed up. Yes, I can feel that. There's this a temperance angel. So I love to see this card for several reasons, because first it validates that there is patience needed during this transformation and this process, right? But I'm also feeling with this patience card, this talks about angelic presence. So I do feel like you have angelic guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones on the other side, whatever this is. I do feel like there is angelic support helping you through this transformation and this transit. And I did pick up at the very beginning, because I do feel, even with the sun sign, this is going to be sitting across, so it can have some impact with the seventh house, which talks about long-term contracts, commitments, that sort of thing. I am feeling, for rising signs, you're going to know this as well, right? I'm also feeling with this where this is something I do feel like a major transformation that is taking place. Like if you are someone who has gone through up all of your life up until now with a lot of chaos, a lot of turbulence, a lot of what XYZ, put where it fits, right? um I feel like this is a shift. This is where that change, this is where the rest of your life is going to be solid, stable, like grounded, that sort of thing. It just feels, and I'm not saying any Leos who have gone through a great life up till now aren't receiving this, but I'm feeling an enhancement, and I'm feeling a change in their physical realm, in stability, security, their resources, their foundation is what I'm feeling a lot. Like that is for the long term. This is for the long haul. Like this is for the remainder of life, right? King of Earth, like being very grounded. Look, Two of Cups to the World card. An old cycle. There was an old cycle that was not in balance that I feel is closing out. 21 is completing out a major life cycle. And let's look at this, right? Because we see like the world, we see a smaller version, but you look right above there, you see that? That's, let me see if I can get it to zoom in good. There it is. That's a lock. That's it. There's a key. There's a key that is being, like this cycle is locking, unlocking a new cycle, a whole new world is how I'm feeling with this energy. The one that feels very peaceful, very balanced, very nurturing when it comes to relationships, friendships, that sort of thing, and grounded in stability and security with the King of Earth. Sorry. All right, let's, oops. No, hold on. This whole deck wanted to just go flying all over the place, and we're not going to have that. So I caught them just in the nick of time, which is fantastic. So maybe when you see or feel something is really falling apart, like, or falling, around, down, around you, something like that, I kind of feel like you're going to grasp or grab what needs to be kept and release what doesn't. What goes, goes. So I do feel like patience are going to be needed. Let's clarify this. Don't give up. Oh, sorry, I need to drink this coffee. All right, let's talk about this. Don't give up. Clarify this. Don't give up. There we go. Well, two of them. Don't give up. 10 of Earth to the Tower. And I believe the Tower fell first, so I'm putting it there. Anyway, I'm looking at this. Sorry. It's bringing me that vibration right there. This Tower is coming through to clear out the 10 of Air. This is that energy of that's been blocking. It's the 10 of air is a betrayal. 10 of air is a sabotage, whether this is self-sabotaging patterns, self-sabotaging connections, or connections that were sabotaging to you. That sort of energy, it feels like the cycle of saboteurs are over. Sorry. Boy, I swear sometimes I'll go reading after reading after reading and know nothing. And then all of a sudden I'm trying to get something out, and then something wants to mess with my throat chakra. Access denied. So, anyhow, yeah, I feel like a tower. Don't give up. Keep persevering. Keep pushing through. This tower is coming through to clear your way out. It's coming through to clear out any of that energy that has been Ten of Swords energy, energies that have been betraying, stabbing you in the back, um, self sabotaging even yourself. Then it's bringing forth like the 10 of earth, which we could see at the very beginning of all of this, where it was like going through a shift, a change into a whole new world, one of stability, one of security, one of uh, prosperity and abundance. And again, that can be in any way, shape, or form, within relationships, within your finances, within your foundation. I just feel like that old cycle, and I picked this up. So again, it must be coming through and meant for specific people. But I feel like whatever you've experienced in this life before now, before this transformation, before this, transit of Pluto going through Aquarius, like that is what Pluto is going to bring up, bring out, transform, clear away all those toxic cycles, experiences, that sort of thing. It's like, no, we're going to clear all this debris out, and we're going to set a better track, a better path, a better movement forward. And it does feel like it's very solid and stable. But I do feel like patience is required during the process, and perseverance. So, patience and perseverance is what I would be feeling for you, Leos. Let's see what energy wants to show up to clarify this one thing at a time. One thing at a time. I don't know why, but you keep getting more than one card. Five of water to the page of air. So I feel like, you know, it does say take one thing at a time. The five of water can talk about, taking one thing at a time, being patient with certain loss. Five of cups, Five of Water talks about emotional loss, like in regards to maybe it's taking your time, one thing at a time. When it comes to healing, maybe that's what you have been doing. Maybe that's why I felt like there was this really overwhelming, or there could have been an overwhelming energy, because maybe there was a lot of things. Like I know, I'm telling you, I'm a Leo. I get it. you know, people really, healthy people don't hate to see you shine. Healthy people love your vibrancy, right? You are ruled by the sun. But unhealthy people, your happiness irks their spirit like there is no tomorrow. And as a result of that, these low vibing, unhealed souls, like, cause a lot of heartbreak. They cause a lot of loss. They cause a lot of sadness and, dysfunction, whatever this is, in order to feel better about themselves, right? Because if they felt good about themselves, they wouldn't be out there doing this to others. They just wouldn't do it. So with this, I'm feeling like this is something that you are overcoming. Page of Air. This is about being honest. This is about being true, clear, transparent. And I also feel like this is about someone speaking their truth, right? Communicating what they desire, what is acceptable, what is not. We got the fortune's wheel on the bottom of the deck. This is what you don't see coming, is this abundance, this change. And I said abundance, and look what was underneath there, the Emperor energy. This is big boss. This is like very strong energy. There's something that is coming through for you as a result of ascending, persevering, first and foremost, having the strength, courage, and confidence to persevere through. I feel like a lot of things. Like for some of you, you could be really looking at a portal of change, of direction, of something like that, and you're kind of looking back at the past like, well, I've tried this before, and yada yada yada, XYZ happened, and this, that, and the third thing. I don't feel like you're looking at that fear anymore. I don't feel like you're worried about that. I feel like you're looking with, you're very optimistic about the future, and you persevering through into something bigger, into something better. But I feel like you're taking the knowledge and the wisdom gained from the experiences of the past, and you're knowing better, you're doing better, you're making different choices and decisions. I kind of feel, and I know Leos are very good about they're very generous and very loving and very forgiving, right? Um, and sometimes that is one of the downfalls, like when you go through and look at certain experiences or talk to different, you know, every sign has their own thing, but Leos can oftentimes be very forgiving and then allowing energies back in and ultimately going through repetitive cycles till they reach the breaking point, till they reach a point of no return where it's like, no, I've, had, if I have to keep forgiving you for the same bullshit, it's time for that to go and not be allowed back in, right? And I'm giving this energy, I'm getting the energy of this, whoever I'm talking to, for this Leo. This Leo is no more allowing energies in that cause emotional pain, sadness, um, that sort of energy is what I'm feeling. No longer investing in that energy. They're seeing the truth for what it is. Wow. Moving forward, you had two cards come out again. They're closing out the cycle, and then they are embracing balance. This is what is happening. I'm here, 10 of air. Look at, I cannot make it up. 10 of air. This is the cycle. They're closing out these cycles of betrayal, of sabotage, of emotional disappointments, loss, that sort of thing. It feels like a major cycle, is a whole new world. Like it almost feels like this is a world being unlocked only for you, and these other lives or these other parts of your physical journey on earth are over. And I did feel that at the beginning of all of this, where I feel that energy of, someone could have gone a whole lifetime, dealing with this, that, or always one thing after another, and just like different obstacles and challenges. And it's, damn, that sort of energy where it's always having to heal, recover, rejuvenate, restore, that sort of energy. And I feel like that cycle is over. I feel like that is done. It is that, I feel like it's a whole new world is being created. And that sort of energy I was feeling, like the tower, I feel is here to clear out all of that. The 10 of air, the 5 of water, it's crumbling that to the ground. in order to make way for the future, for the new. No one has ever lived and experienced the Aquarian age and era in this lifetime. So again, like I said, it's a whole different realm. This is, moving forward is going to be based on, and success moving forward is going to be based on integrity. It's authenticity, it is truth, it is clarity, it is communication, it is humanity. That sort of energy is how the future is going to be sustained, whether people want to go along with it or not. The universe will not support anything other. So the old ways are not going to work in the new way. So, next message that shows up, and this is just for guidance and inspiration, to just a friendly reminder what the universe wants you to know during this transit. Again, this is just for the first couple months. I'm going to try to bring this reading on here every few months just to get an update on where we are. The universe has my back, and this is saying, just like I was talking about, the universe is supporting you. When you're doing the right things will happen. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. That is it. Authenticity. The truth is the truth, and no matter what, the truth is the truth. It doesn't matter anything else. That is it. So I do feel like authenticity, the universe has your back. Oops. A lot of cards wanted to come out. I surrender to a power greater than me. So there is that butterfly talking about transformation. I love to see the owl over there as well, because I feel like this transformation for you has brought forth a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom for your future. Oneness is my true nature, and this is being at one with yourself, being at one with the universe, being at one with the Most High. So I feel like big, powerful energy. I'm also feeling portal energy with this. I feel like this reading is going to really hit at a time, or show up at the right time. And I feel like it's because something big about this 1111 portal. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. This was under the bottom of the deck. Now it's showing up on the table. So I feel like this is really talking about you co-creating with the universe. I feel like it's important for you to make sure you take the you time, self-love, self-care, time to meditate, time to clear your mind, body, spirit, all of those things will be very beneficial for this part of your transit. My vibes speak louder than my words. And again, this, I feel for you, is for the long haul. This is a major transformation that's going to, like, I feel, last a lifetime, the rest of your lifetime. And I feel like it is much different than what you've experienced up to this point. So this is a big transformation I'm feeling for you. And it's interesting to start with an owl and then end with an owl. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. The universe has my back. And to me, this is really nice. This is really nice. Joy is the ultimate creator. And I feel like that's what you're co creating with the universe: peace within, joy in your life, happiness, stability, security, people you can trust, uniting with like minded, kind, caring, and energies and individuals. So I hope this message has served you well. I thank you for taking the time to listen. Please don't forget, sorry about this going in and out. I don't know what that deal is. Um, Thank you for taking the time to listen. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I send you love and light.